Do, 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 do. Is this thing on? Where's my chicken tendies? Where's my triple dipper combo or whatever? I don't know what Chili's is, but people are into that thing. If you like Chili's, paste in the chat your favorite order from Chili's. There's not Chili's where I live, so I don't know what that is.
If anybody says it's their chips and salsa, I've got beef with them on that one.
Why are they like really bad
They're
at chips
really
and
bad.
salsa? That's fair.
I can't
I've
even
just
remember how
discovered.
many years it's been since I was to a Chili's.
I've just discovered. Oh no, but it says it's permanently closed. Yeah, they don't exist in my region. I would have to drive. Oh no, it's also permanently closed. How far would I have to drive to get to a Chili's? Let's
I
see.
know that the chain lives on in the
Yes.
video game
Wait,
Dispatch.
what? Where's this
Dispatch.
going?
The video game
No,
Dispatch
it's
mentions
definitely still a
Chili's.
real thing. It's
Oh,
just
it's
not in
really
the Pacific Northwest.
it's really
Ah,
a
okay.
restaurant. Unfortunately, in California, they're everywhere.
Okay, so I would have to drive or ride my bike because that's how I get places. Let's find out how far it would take me. It would be a 3-day bike ride, 767 miles. But it would probably be insanely beautiful because it would go through Eastern Oregon and then Northern
Ooh,
California. It would be
that
incredible.
sounds nice.
I'm gonna do that. I'll see you guys in a month. No, I'm just
All for
kidding.
chili queso.
Duotech today is a matter of quality, not quantity. Sorry. You know, if you ever do get down this way, Corey, let me know and we will make
So
sure
we
to
can go to
break out the
Chili's?
smoker and have just, I'll make homemade baked beans from scratch.
Oh
We'll
my
we'll
goodness.
do the whole schmear.
Okay, that sounds way better than Chili's. The trip plans have changed. I'm definitely not going to Chili's anymore. But I think you live farther away than my nearest Chili's, unfortunately. Let's see. If I go to
Sadly,
the
yeah.
that would add another 300 miles. It would be 1,059 miles.
Well, yeah.
That's
I mean,
that's a lot.
for me to drive from my house to Sacramento is easily 8 hours by car.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So,
And I
yeah.
only travel by bike, so that definitely extends the timeline quite significantly. I
Sacramento
will say, oh,
Significantly.
in the
oh,
middle.
yeah. Over the weekend, I rode my bike to the Pacific Ocean, and I talked to a guy there that was he was riding from Canada to Mexico, and I was like, that's a lot of riding." And that was the whole conversation. I think he was kind of lonely.
Aw.
It's kind of like riding from Canada to Mexico would take. He said he budgeted a month. I was like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good pace.
That seems a little ambitious by my standards.
It's yeah, that's like 80 to 100 miles a day, which is pretty. I mean, that's a commit.
That is a definite commit. I mean, a gajillion years ago, I did walk Hadrian's Wall, which I was averaging. The first day was the longest. I was like 15 miles, but it was all flat. And then later on, the average was 7 to 10 miles a day.
That sounds amazing. I want to go do this.
It was awesome. The
Just
the trick,
wandering through
if you
fields, feeling like you're in Lord of the Rings, I'm assuming.
yeah, you do a lot of that. And it's
Sheep.
kind of
Lots of
embarrassing.
sheep.
I blistered my feet badly on that particular excursion, so I wound up having to do a little bit of cheating. There's a bus line that runs along the well, you should have seen. I had so many they call
Oh,
them blisters.
blisters are one-way trip. Once you blister up, you can't go back. It takes weeks to
Yeah.
heal. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually I was pretty good by the end of the week. But that first day, oh my God, I got to it's a whole long story, but the thing you want to do is you want to walk from west to east so that the wind is at your back. Even though Sycamore Gap no longer has a sycamore because a deranged teenager chopped down a multi-hundred-year tree, it's still very scenic. There are tons of Roman uh, sites where they had garrisons and various other things. There are museums all along that way, and it's really, if you want to do just the walk, yes, tons and tons of sheep pastures, and it's about 80 something miles. So
All right. Well, I think we've stalled long enough. John Strand has abandoned us. We must continue without him.
hey, he's jet setting. That jet lag is not to be messed with.
That's true. All right. You can roll the finger, Megan. Let's do this.
All right, give me 1 second because there might be.
Have to download more RAM first. I get it. I've been there.
Rolling in 3, 2.
Hello and welcome to Black Hills Information Security's Talking About News. It's Tuesday. I'm scared. I thought we only do this show on a Monday, but yesterday was Memorial Day in the US, which means we weren't here. And so now we're here with our skeleton crew of people who actually survived the weekend, apparently. I guess it took some people out. We've got me, we've got Aleth, and we've got Bronwyn. How's it going?
Doing well. How about you?
I'm alive. That's what I've been telling people. I feel like that's as aggressive as I'm willing to go. Like I don't want to get. I am alive. It is true, and that's I don't want to be mean.
If you're not alive, you look awfully good for a corpse. I'll say that much.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the goal. That's my bar is like look better than a zombie. So that's always how I'm trying to live. Stories this week. We've got some good stuff. We had our routers patched by the FBI. That's nice. We also leaked our GovCloud keys. Oops. We also got our NGINX web servers exploited by Mythos. There's all kinds of fun stories. I think let's dip into the CISA GovCloud thing. I think that's probably, it's kind of a quick hit, but basically, there was an article on Krebs on security that essentially a contractor for CISA had posted their repository containing high privileged AWS GovCloud accounts and information about a large number of internal CISA systems. And that's bad. That is generally not recommended to publish your stuff on GitHub to the public.
It's
when you're a government agency.
Poor form is rule. Yep.
So yeah, basically this is someone from GitGuardian that reported it. Honestly, like my biggest question with this is like, why doesn't GitHub just automatically take this down? Like, how are we like for non-legacy repos? Like I know there's secret scanning on GitHub. I know there's like capabilities to do this. I'm really confused why I can still in 2026 create a repo that has sensitive exposed data in it. Like I feel like it just shouldn't be that hard to lock that down. I don't know. Am I crazy? Why don't we have guardrails for this?
Well, yes, you are crazy, but not about this.
I don't get. I don't know.
You would think it seems like they're policing all the wrong things.
It's just a text file called important AWS tokens.txt. Like, why is that? I don't get why that is a thing. But yeah, basically, a spokesperson from CISA said the agency is aware of the report exposure and is continuing to investigate the situation. There is no indication that any sensitive data was compromised as a result of this incident. While we hold our team members to the highest standards of integrity and operational awareness, we are working to ensure additional safeguards are implemented to prevent future occurrences. So basically, y'all are about to lose access to GitHub. I'm sorry. That sucks.
I think we're going to see more managed GitHub repos and companies not allowing contractors to have their personal GitHub in the mix, which I think is what happened here. It says this contractor created theirs back in September of 2018 and then just used it for the work they were doing.
Yep. I will say, I do think GitHub is kind of a nightmare when it comes to managing like accounts. It's like, hey, who's Squeezy Hacker 17? Is that should they have access to our GitHub? Like, because it uses your Git username like for enterprise access.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, you could force people to create their own Git accounts or GitHub accounts for their job, and that's probably the way to go. But it's not great. You'd think they would, pull a Microsoft and have it be integrated with, Entra ID or something. I don't know. It's weird
Yeah,
that it's
I've
just
had this
self-managed.
problem in the past with engineers that I hired that they want to keep the activity on their own personal GitHub so that they can keep their little green boxes.
Keep their
green.
streak, their
Yeah,
shower
so
curtain, or their.
at this point, like you're basically asking people to separate their personal work from their professional work. And I think a lot of people are going to have an issue with that. But security wise, I don't really see another option.
Totally. It's kind of one of those areas of like, oh, our developers, they're not subject to security policies because they're developers and they're special. But that's probably shouldn't be a thing.
Special.
Yeah, so let's move on. There was also an NGINX critical vulnerability with POC code published. This is CVE 2026-42945 with a CVSS of 9.2, not a 10. At least from our perspective and our customers, this wasn't that exploitable. It requires a certain configuration to be exploitable, and none of our customers matched those criteria. Also, it was a DOS, so we were like, probably shouldn't mess around too hard with that one. But I guess, has any listeners or any Aleth or anyone, have you seen this one, exploited this one? This one's pretty kind of a nothing burger, to use my favorite term.
Yeah, no, nothing to contribute from me. I'm waiting for somebody in the chat to finish writing, but
I'm still tripping over the CVE number. 42,945?
That's just from Mythos this week.
Probably. Still.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's basically, I don't know. I guess I'm not sure. It was part of F5's quarterly patch. So it actually got released and published as part of another vendor's, which is kind of interesting. Like F5 uses NGINX, so they published this bug. I don't necessarily know if it was AI generate, if this is actually discovered by AI. They didn't specify like the chain of custody on this vulnerability, but basically, long story short, patch your NGINX. This is the broader theme right now in security, which is like John's joke from a couple weeks ago was that every CVSS score gets a +1. So with that math, this is actually a 10.2 CVSS, so over a 10. You should probably patch that immediately. But yeah, with AIs running around and exploiting stuff, this unpatched software stuff gets pretty nasty pretty quick.
Basically, if you're not doing it already, patch all the things, please.
Yeah, definitely. We didn't talk about this, or I don't know if it's in the list, but speaking while we're here, there was an article in Bleeping Computer that said that they might be publishing Mythos. I don't know.
I hadn't heard that. The last I heard, which was last week, was that Mythos was never going to be accessible to the public, which makes no sense at all to me, because it's only a matter of time before they wind up, meaning the Frontier model developers, develop something that's even better at finding and creating malware than Mythos is.
Yeah, so this just got dropped into my feed by someone, and basically the reason this became an article is because some users noticed that when they went to select a model in Claude, it gave them the option for Mythos.
Ooh, are you talking about Mythos?
Well, we're trying to. Now you're here, so now we got to go backwards.
Yay! Welcome to the party,
No,
Hayden.
Hayden, did you get access to Mythos?
You're talking about. No,
Did you
I
get
wish,
it?
dude. If only I would have expensed it right away. I'm sure it's $1,000 a month.
Well,
You
okay,
get 3
so
queries per week.
well, hold on. In the news article, the screenshot that the whoever sent to Bleeping Computer is just a person who's just on a pro plan. So like,
Yeah, I saw that.
It's not clear on whether it's. I guess, does it say in the UI if you're on like Pro or Pro 20X or whatever? Like, I don't know, but probably not. But basically, this isn't a real thing, but some users did see that they were able to select Mythos in their UI.
Well,
I don't know.
Anthropic is notoriously bad at accidentally leaking things ahead of time recently. Like they leaked model names ahead of time recently. They've leaked things to the UI many times that aren't supposed to be in there yet. So, I mean, I would guess this is probably just a way to give those like Project Glasswing companies access to Mythos inside of Claude Desktop. I don't think that this necessarily means that it's coming soon to us normal people. But it could be. Maybe it could be. I would
Yeah.
hope so.
Well,
That would be
okay,
nice.
I found the article, I think. Let me go
Yeah,
ahead
I
and
pasted it in the Discord. Yeah, it's I don't know.
Yep, that's
Basically,
the
it's kind of a rumor. Like it's literally just like some users were able to select Mythos in the Claude UI. That's it.
one. Well, they say that they're adding it
Yeah.
to Claude Code.
Yeah.
How
same
are people
difference.
using it before then? What if
Yeah.
it just
don't know.
connects to your brain and it's like, oh, don't worry, I'll find everything that you want.
What you do is you install the Mythos launcher into your environment, and then it just sprays. It installs it. It's like an EDR. It installs a Mythos agent on every system in your environment.
Wonderful.
Don't
Oh,
worry, you're
God.
now secure.
You're now secure through Mythos. You just type the prompt to just recurring every minute. Don't hack me, please.
Don't hack me,
Um,
bro. Don't hack
yeah.
me.
So next article, this one's kind of fun. Apparently this has happened before. This is the first one I remember, but the FBI decided to patch in air quotes, thousands of routers throughout the US and other places. Basically, they published this, little write up on what they did and how they did it. But essentially, these are mostly TP-Link routers, toilet paper link for, to expand that acronym. Basically, the were being abused by Russia and probably for, botnet type activities. The FBI went ahead and reset the devices for them. So they did actually in their like press release, they basically said that they created a series of commands that it could send to compromised router designed to collect evidence regarding the GRU actors' activities. Sure, just that. To reset DNS settings, aka remove the DNS resolvers and force the routers to obtain legitimate DNS resolvers, and then I guess 3, somehow close the door behind them. So basically, if your router went down last weekend, I have bad news for you. And there's a
Mine
list of affected
updated
routers.
this weekend. Is that bad?
These are really old routers. Like most of them are specifically tagged as wireless N routers, which like, holy crap, that brings me back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an old
And wasn't
one.
there an issue with TP links not too long ago either? Like a major issue with TP link?
Any router has major issues. That's just the way it is. But I don't know specifically any major issues with them recently.
Well,
They
this
did get
is not.
banned.
This is not the first time the FBI has done stuff. In 2021, they copied and removed malicious web shells from vulnerable web servers in the Microsoft Exchange proxy logon, and they also they were involved in removing lingering web shells with the Hafnium Exchange response.
Huh.
So that was 2021.
So it started in 2021, and then it's happened a handful of times since then.
Yes. PlugX
yeah.
botnet disruption, Soho router botnet disruption. That was 2024 and 2023. So
This is pretty normal.
They're sticking their hands in all kinds of pies.
I mean, I honestly, like, of all the things that you could be sketched out by, this is the least sketchy to me. Like, just taking down botnet infrastructure, I'm here for it. That's super. I'd be a little bit salty if my router just stopped working, but honestly, it would be like better than participating in a Russian botnet. But also you lose your plausible deniability for being a threat actor, right? Like before, if you had the Russian botnet running on your home router, just claim anything that you did that was illegal was definitely the Russians. Now you don't have that defense. It's too bad.
I mean, you could still claim that. You can just claim it. Just lie.
Just be like, yeah, it's the Russians. Why don't you patch my router for me, please?
Yeah, pretty much. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think
That's
it's
good.
cute that they say legitimate users can also reverse the changes by logging into the web management pages and restoring the desired settings. But like all the people that still have this router, none of them are going
Are
to be doing
not.
that.
Yeah. I do love the idea that someone's like, I really like the Russian DNS servers. I was getting a lot of great results back. I'm going to log in, set the Russian DNS servers back so I can Google something and just immediately get malware on my computer.
I bet it's like credit card processing routers at like fast food chains all over the place.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
something that just doesn't, get residential type internet traffic.
No one even knows they exist. You go to tell the customer that
Where's the
they
box?
have an
I don't know.
yeah, you're like, hey, you have an exposed router. They're like, where? Even the ISP doesn't know where it is.
I don't know if you've ever supported orgs like that, but they'll just like order a new service and then that vendor will be like, this is who we use for internet. And then you've got like 6 different routers and all kinds of stuff. And people are using internet connections that they don't even know
Oh yeah.
where they're coming from.
Yeah. I think the best one I've seen so far is one of our customers, one of their remote employees connected their laptop directly to the ONT, which is like the fiber terminal, which is basically a modem. And so the laptop pulled a public IP off the ONT, which is like, we found the exposed RDP on the internet. So like, it was just the weirdest thing ever. It's like, this internet host with a public IP is just one of your work laptops. So that was a fun scenario, but
Hey,
right,
we
what
got
else
another
happened?
addition to the party. Hey, Wade.
he's
Can't
still
hear
muted.
you.
Oh,
He's
they got
still
him. It's the
hatching.
Russian botnet. That's
He's
fine.
double
Still
muted,
hatching.
I'll bet.
His router got patched by the FBI. I get it.
That's why he's late too.
Um, so
He got his mixer.
yeah. So Drupal is also. Oh, hey Wade, how's it going?
Yeah. All right. I got a new camera. How do I look?
You look
Good.
marvelous,
Looks fine.
darling.
Chris.
That's some nice lighting you got there.
The lighting is always a problem. Like
You look like a hacker, though.
Do I?
You got
It
some
works.
depth of field. You got some depth of field there. Some bokeh or bokeh.
I
I don't know how
definitely.
to say
I
it.
got myself one of those like fancy Sony DSLR cameras since my webcam broke. But anyways,
I
back to-
just ordered one
Anyways.
of those yesterday. We have to talk about this after so
All
we
right,
don't
okay.
derail another podcast.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of
Why should
speaking of-
today be any different?
Speaking of Mythos, let me just keep this train on the tracks. Drupal has released an emergency core security update. I'm blaming Mythos for this completely with no sources to prove that. But basically, they're publishing an urgent core security update for all supported versions. This was as of May 2026. Exploits for the vulnerability could emerge within hours or days after disclosure. I mean, this is kind of a new thing that presumably threat actors are doing, buying, self-hosted AI type stuff. And anytime there's a patch to any of this software, just reverse engineering it and developing exploits immediately based on the changes made in the patch. We're, looking at doing it. It's super fun and it's terrifying. Obviously for tools like Windows or more important operating systems and stuff, it's even more impactful. But Drupal is, I think, a pretty common web framework for corporate environments, at least from my perspective.
Well, Corey, just one thing when it comes to a content management system, a CMS, one of the guiding principles you always want to maintain is do not hack the core. Now, the problem is with Drupal, anytime you implement it, you have to hack the core. And I don't know if they corrected it, but back when I was still doing web development, that was still a thing. You had to hack the core. And that
What does that even mean? I
just-
feel like I'm in a hackers movie right now. What does hack the core mean? Is that real?
There are core files in the CMS that you basically do not want to mess with unless you're a Tony Stark plus level genius, or you're really desperate to get something shoehorned in and you don't know a better way to do it. Those are, the extreme cases.
I
But
like those odds.
So are you saying that CMSs are hardcore? Is that what you're saying?
Dare you?
Ching, 2 points. No,
Yeah.
they're not. But when you install WordPress or some other framework or Drupal, well, other than Drupal, you're supposed to maintain the integrity of those certain core files. I mean, it's the same thing. You don't want to go tweaking your DLLs in a Windows.
Oh, I tweak on DLLs every weekend when no one's
yeah,
looking.
but you're a hacker. You're not just a normal web developer. But the problem
that's
is
fair.
with Drupal, you have to hack the core. So there are lots and lots of installations of Drupal that not only won't get patched, but if they do get patched, the poor people patching them have to reverse engineer what changes they made to core files and figure out how to apply those changes after they update the core.
All right, Bronwyn, you get 10,000 bonus points for figuring out how to legitimately say hack the core and make us sound like we're in a hacker movie.
Hack the core!
So what's this? Has anyone seen this Azure vulnerability that they rejected, I guess? Has anyone had a chance to look at this? This is from May 16th, so a little bit older, but
Oh, you moved on to another
basically-
story. Got it.
new story. Yeah, basically, a security researcher named Justin O'Leary discovered a security flaw in March, reported to Microsoft. MSRC rejected the report, and then basically he went to CERT, and CERT said, no, we're going to assign a vulnerability for this. And then I guess they were like, hey, never mind, you should probably close this. But basically, this is a Azure Backup vulnerability where trusted access is granted and backup clusters have admin privileges for some reason. So yeah, I guess this is like Microsoft says this is a feature. Is the basically the summary of this?
I do remember reading about that one now.
Basically, Microsoft's official statement was, this is not a security vulnerability, but expected behavior. It requires pre-existing admin privileges within the customer environment. So no product changes were necessary, and no CVSS or CVE was issued. But also they fixed it.
Well, what
There
I'm
was
reading
nothing
also
wrong,
says
but we
that
fixed it.
they originally also told MITRE part of the problem was like it looks AI generated. So like they're like, yeah, we don't want your slop CVEs, but we will go fix the problem. Don't worry.
So
Like-
yes, this is just from my perspective, this is how you get things like Blue Hammer and the BitLocker vulnerability. Like we're in a spot right now where I told a customer last week I could just get local admin on their laptop because of Microsoft. And that's just the way it is. And I think this is the bed that they made for themselves, is by doing stuff like this to basically be like, this isn't a real vulnerability. By the way, go fix that like right now, please. But yeah, you don't get a CVE. We can't even give you a t-shirt. But yeah, sucks to suck. I don't, this is really lame. I feel bad for the researcher. Kevin, we'll send you a free t-shirt. Where do we send it? Just tell us.
Did you guys talk about the researcher who got banned from GitHub?
No, please
No.
tell us about the researcher who got banned from GitHub.
All right. So recently, a researcher who has been releasing Microsoft vulnerabilities got banned from GitHub. So GitHub has terminated the account of Nightmare Eclipse, an anonymous rogue security researcher known for dropping critical unpatched Windows vulnerabilities since Microsoft.
Oh yeah, we talked
left
about
them
this.
home. Did we?
We talked about this. Oh no.
Did we? This is just
We-
this was this week.
we
This
talked
wasn't last week.
Okay, we talked about the
vulns he released.
the
for
vulns
sure.
they released. Okay. So
But
did they
not that
reinstate it
GitHub-
yet?
Not
Or
that
is it-
GitHub kicked him off.
Yeah, is it gone? This is basically they blocked the yellow key exploit.
Yep. Yeah. His repo is gone. 404 error.
Well, it's
So
on
he moved to
GitLab
GitHub.
now.
He moved to GitLab. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, I mean, honestly
Also
though,
threatening Microsoft. What the? It says move to GitLab, and then they're now threatening to release unspecified documents telling Microsoft to mark this date, July 14th. That's crazy. Whoa.
yeah,
That's like,
I mean, I
I
gotta
will make
say,
sure your bones are shattered that day. Okay, I guess they didn't like losing all their Git commit history and everything. Jeez.
Is it actually live on GitLab either, or did it also go down there?
That's
Let's
what
see.
this article says.
This
Don't
dead
know.
eclipse.blogspot doesn't seem to have any repos on it. I don't know. But either way, this
I don't
is basically a great case study in how you should not handle public relations with vulnerability researchers.
Especially
Because
yeah.
yeah, I mean, you're basically the other funny thing about Microsoft is they're part of the Glasswing Mythos like cool kids club. So like
Yeah.
maybe they're trying to just race to the bottom and fix all this stuff before researchers do. I don't know. I feel like they're going to lose. We already have a BitLocker 0-day or whatever you want to call it end day in the wild that's still working, as long as you don't have a pin on your TPM or whatever. I don't know. This feels like a dangerous game for Microsoft to be playing right now.
The GitLabs are 404
Yeah.
as well. Yeah. I
Since
found
we're talking about GitHub, do we want to talk about Team PCP?
I love PCP. I've got a gallon of it right here.
Team PCP.
Yeah, I didn't see that article. Let's run through it.
It's hold on a second. Let me share it on.
So
Discord.
GitHub getting compromised?
It's them basically. Team PCP is actively poisoning open source code.
Oh, that one. Oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
still doing that. They've
Yeah.
not gotten bored of it.
I mean, I think it's been going on for a long time, and it certainly seems like the type of thing that would be an obvious thing for a group of malicious hackers to do. But Wired seems to think that it's an unusual happenstance.
I mean, I think it's unusual the level of access they've gotten to from GitHub or like within GitHub. Like that's pretty sketchy. It seems like they've actually compromised. Didn't they compromise like some of the internal GitHub code as well, not just open source projects?
Yeah,
Was it
I
them
can't
that
tell
had a
Wired won't let me have a
breach.
free article.
I don't know if they ever talked about who actually breached GitHub, but I think it was last week. Some GitHub did release that they had internal repositories sort of accessed in some way and stolen.
I heard it
presumably.
was Team PCP. I mean, there are some articles out there corroborating that. I don't know if that's
It wouldn't
100%
shock
true.
me, man.
I'll
It wouldn't
paste it.
shock
I'll
me.
paste the article I found. It's on HelpNet Security, basically claiming that Team PCP was the ones who breached GitHub's internal code base through a poisoned VS Code extension, which is just hilarious.
Oh, that's
like,
right. Yeah.
How is that seriously the entry vector for this? Like you work at GitHub and you're just installing random extensions on VS Code. How is that possible?
Yeah.
You don't have a license. Like you don't have a license. I don't know. Whatever.
We need to talk
How
about it in the
often-
SOC. Just friendly reminder: if you're going to download an extension, you better be sure where it's coming from.
How often do you see logs for that situation, Hayden?
Of like VS Code extensions? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, we get so many logs of VS Code. It's crazy.
Really? I
Well,
don't think
yeah.
I've ever been at a location that is logging VS Code.
Well, we get alerts quite frequently from the SOC team as we work on rules because our detections are all as code, and so we're working with code detections, which are technically hitting against the raw detections because they have some of those same matching strings and indicators. So every so often it'll be like, "Yep, guys, I'm doing all 14 of these terrible things. Just go ahead and allow this to happen. Please don't isolate me."
Dangerously skip
but-
permissions. It's fine.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's what Seraph said in Discord. Basically, like it probably was Claude or Copilot that installed the extension, not the actual user themselves.
no.
Apparently, it was a pretty
Oh.
well-known extension, NX Console, which I don't know what that is. It better be good. What is it? What does it actually do? This better be related to Vim.
It's a plugin for Notepad++. Direct
Is it
connection.
really?
No, I'm just
What is it?
That's more a callback to you making me uninstall Notepad++ everywhere.
Oh yeah, tragic.
It enhances. Okay, NX Console enhances your editor's AI features by providing relevant context to large language models powering VS Code and Cursor. Automatically teach AI about your workspace infrastructure. generators and feed it up-to-date NX docs. So this
So what
is
I'm
probably
hearing is the Microsoft employee needed to like juice up Copilot inside of VS Code.
it probably is part of like their internal KBs, I would assume, right? Like there's no way someone just decided, I don't know. Maybe they did.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, let this be a reminder to everyone who's listening to this. If you don't already have a allow list for your browser extensions and your VS Code extensions, you should work on that. Although honestly, in this case, this is a supply chain thing. So even if you do have an allow list, this still could have hit you. And 2.2 million installs is a lot. That's kind of a lucky or unlucky timing thing. But
yeah, I've seen a lot of people just say at this point, you need to fork all your dependencies and just pin them. Like, don't ever update anything.
Yeah. Speaking of vulnerable routers, Unify or Ubiquity also patched 3 max severity vulnerabilities, unauthorized changes to targeted systems, improper access control, prompt command injection, network access, and then another command injection one. So basically the router bleeding is never going to stop bleeding. Like if you have a router...
Is that why my router updated this weekend?
Probably.
I guess.
If you have a router, you need to make sure it's either automatically updating or that you're manually updating it, because this is going to be just such a common theme this year, is just vulnerability after vulnerability.
I set task reminders to check to make sure that stuff is updated at least once a month.
I just
make it automatic. I would forget.
I was going to say automatic is the best, but yeah.
Every morning at 2 a.m. my Ubiquity goes down and comes back up. And it knocked me off video games several times because I forgot about it.
Oh, no. I will say though, I will
Mine
say
does it
though,
like 2 a.m. So
yeah. Also, why are you gaming at 2 a.m.? Get it together. Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry. The only time my children are sleeping.
Dude, kids go to bed at like 6 p.m., dude. Don't lie.
No.
Okay.
That's and then you have to recover after that. That's the worst is his room is that one right behind me. So if I click-clack on the mechanical keyboard too much,
frag grenades,
he gets pissed off. He tells me, he's like, Dad, stop playing video games. No.
I love that your kid would be telling you to stop playing video games. This would be the ultimate like reverse card Uno moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Bronwyn's tip is good because like there are scenarios where repos will break. Like recently, if you're a Plex person, they had to change some repo keys, and so like their auto updates broke. So you had to like manually update your repo or whatever. Mm-hmm. So like it's good to check. I agree with auto update being the absolute best, but it's also good to verify every month or so that like, is it working? Do you have to switch your repos or, is everything good?
And I actually do have it set on auto update, but paranoia is a survival skill in this industry.
It's true. It's very true.
Any chance?
All right, what else?
Speaking of supply chain attacks, do we want to talk about Pizza Hut?
I was trying to read that one.
Hit us with some pizza. Let's go to the buffet.
It seems like people gamed the AI in order to cherry pick the deliveries that they want that provided the most tips so they would make more money, which then caused wait times to go out the wazoo.
Okay, hold on. They're saying it caused $100 million in damages.
This dude owns 11 Pizza Huts.
That's a lot of pizzas.
11 pizza? That's like, dude, how many pizzas is that? That's got to be like a freaking.
Okay, I was wrong. He owns 111 Pizza Huts.
Jeez, Louise.
So he's claiming almost $1 million in damages per Pizza Hut.
Dude is like marking up like crazy.
So wait,
yeah, because if it's over 30 minutes, it's free. And he's saying that before this, it was 90% of everything was delivered on time. But after they implemented this, everything went to heck.
Dragon Tail.
So he's giving away free pizzas, essentially.
Okay, so this is a lawsuit between Pizza Hut, like the corporate entity, and a large franchisee, right? He's basically saying, you made me adopt this AI thing that I don't like, and then it cost me a lot of money, basically.
Seems fair.
Oh, you know what it is? It's the drivers are waiting for additional deliveries. They're not just taking the first one that's ready.
Okay.
And so they're trying to do multiple.
It's
and
like
they need to
batching.
try
They're trying to,
multitask.
yeah.
It's turning
So,
into
okay,
Uber.
Isn't
It's
that
also
how it
called
was
Dragon
in the old
Tail.
days with pizzas when you ordered pizzas?
They would
right?
only deliver like multiple orders if they were on the same street or whatever. I mean, if you think back, I like saw a meme of this over the weekend, but if you think that these people were navigating with paper maps, taking a phone call, making a pizza and getting it to your door within 30 minutes, and they implemented this AI and it completely messed everything up when we're like literally
Ow.
using GPS and like online ordering. I don't understand. But it must have just been holding drivers from leaving for, it said 15 minutes or more. So
That has to be some like
Yeah.
inflated number where they're like,
It's
yeah,
bad.
we've suffered this
it's a
reputational damage
lawsuit.
and
It's
stuff.
not fact. This is
Yeah.
claiming.
Yeah, no,
it's
he
not fact.
alleges that
Right.
Pizza Hut failed
Allegedly.
to adequately train operators on the system.
So basically, the
Could
courts
Pizza
will
Hut
decide.
have reputational damage? Like, what is everybody's overall opinion of Pizza Hut? Like, if you're going to get pizza, is that your first choice?
Definitely.
Not generally, not currently, but I've heard that they are refurbishing the current Pizza Hut design to make it look more like
Oh,
the
yeah.
90s family friendly salad
I heard
buffet.
saw
that
that
it was
YouTube video,
one
yeah.
Pizza Hut
and I'm
owner
so down for that.
who was updating who was retrofitting, pun intended, fitting
Yeah.
his
Retro.
franchises himself. But I think that's a different guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, either way, there wouldn't be my first pick, but I wouldn't push back. If my friends, if it was like, let's get pizza, we're all drunk, I'd be like, fine. Like
Honestly-
it couldn't be sober pizza. It would never be sober pizza, but it could
No.
be drunk pizza.
If I got a free pizza because it didn't come in 30 minutes, I would order all of my pizzas from there, hoping
Yeah.
that I get another free one. It's
That's
like-
basically what they're claiming happened. Yeah. So the other thing is it's called Dragon Tales, which if you're a 90s kid, I mean, that should hit somewhere for you. Yeah, that's a thing. I mean, I think the courts will decide, and the verdict better be delivered in whether you can or cannot out Pizza the Hut, basically.
Yeah. Essentially. True or false?
That's funny though. I mean, honestly, it's a cautionary tale for like the companies forcing AI rollouts like this. People don't like AI being pushed down their throats. Like whether it's the pizza delivery drivers, the franchise owners, the consumers. If you're going to do the AI thing, you got to do it right. You can't mess this up. You get one shot and then you're screwed.
Yeah, and you got to deploy it to like a couple stores
Right.
first because people are going to figure out that system right away. Like if if it controls someone's livelihood, they're going to find the way to maximize that pretty quickly. So instead of doing, 111 stores or whatever it was of just one dude, maybe do a phased rollout. Maybe be a little careful with it. Maybe keep an eye on it and see if all of a sudden all these orders are late. Like it just seems like an operational mishap of like, hey, we need better AI adoption and we're not meeting this quarter's goal on AI adoption, so let's just send it.
So basically, the good like rule of thumb, if you're rolling out an AI system, is a bunch of stoned pizza delivery people can figure out the gaps and exploit them. You didn't get a very good pen test.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
That and like, I think customer service 101 is that the customer always lies. I mean, as a customer myself. Like,
Well, that
the
is
customer-
pretty-
the
customer always
customer's
lies,
always
huh?
right. They may be deaf, dumb, blind,
for
or
a long
have
time,
other
the customer always lies. And
character
love
defects,
that.
but they're always right.
I love that being the
do
first
what
rule
is
of
for their
retail.
what is for their own benefit. Like everybody's going to put themselves first. And when you, as an employer, hire contractors, they don't see themselves as part of your team. They see themselves as a separate entity. So if they can take advantage of a system, they're going to.
Very true. If you're in Germany, I have bad news. There was a huge amount of data leaked from a German healthcare hospital, or I guess several hospitals. The article is in German, so I can't read it, but I'm just going to read the summary. And basically, data was stolen from Unimed, I'm assuming is how you pronounce that, which handles billing for the hospitals, names, date of birth, address details, and also contains billing data. which includes information about diagnoses and treatment plans. I don't know what the German like HIPAA is. I'm assuming it has like a 17,000 letter long consonant name. I'm curious. I'm assuming their regulations are stricter than ours, but I genuinely don't know what the repercussions of this is, but that is rough.
See
Yeah.
the article under that one?
Yeah, we're gonna skip that.
What?
I'm not wading through those logs. So, okay, this one's interesting. Microsoft shut down an illegal code signing operation. Huh. Interesting. Why wasn't I running an illegal code signing operation?
I thought that was you.
So basically, this is a cybercrime service that sold code signing certificates to ransomware gangs, which can help with bypassing controls and defenses. They're calling it Fox Tempest, and which has been around since about a year ago, and abuses their artifact signing code service. I'm wondering whether these are like, are they using shell corps or are they actually just stealing the code signing certificates? It looks like they're using shell corps because it says they use fake identities and impersonated real organizations. So they're basically just signing up for an account and being like, hey, what's up? It's Pizza Hut. I need a code signing certificate. Don't ask why. And then there's not enough KYC to actually validate that. I don't know. But either way, it's an interesting one.
I was just doing intel research around certs, right? For my actual class that we'll talk about later, I guess. But cert.ch has been down for like the past month. Which, if you don't know, like cert.sh.
Yeah.
Okay, now it worked literally. So if you go to it right now,
Maybe
we
it's 'cause
give
you're
it
going to
they
the
just
wrong
blocked you,
You're
dude. They
going
just
to
blocked you.
They have.
CEH.
But I've been trying to get to it for literally like the last month, trying to get to it and to build some labs off of it, and it just kept going down. If you don't know what cert.sh is, it's pretty much every public
certificate transparency laws
in ever, right? So then you can go there and theoretically trace back one of these malicious certs back to Microsoft and their poor signing capabilities. But you could also look if they're using the same names or if they're using the same company names. You could then go look around for the same certs. But of course, like I knew the moment I talked about this online, it was going to work, and it did. Okay, there it goes. 502 gateway. I got in once.
I think you're just rate limited, man.
I haven't been hitting it that much. Like
it doesn't like you.
they have it on GitHub. I'm like, maybe I should just stand up my own. Like
I will say there are a lot of other sources for certificate transparency data. And cert.sh is just one, and you should have an official, if you rely on this kind of data, you should have a paid API that gives you access to the certificate transparency data. Most of the big ones have it, like, you know, your security
Census,
trails or
yeah.
Census or Shodan or those. But yeah, anyway, that's a fun little cybercrime operation disrupted. There's no chicken news.
I
I'm
have
sorry.
a chicken story.
Oh,
It's not a
there is chicken news.
cybersecurity chicken story,
we can't
but
talk
it is
about
a
that.
chicken story.
Okay.
I also have a normal article whenever
Hit us with a
Roman's done
chicken.
their chickens.
Rubber chicken. Go.
So a chicken escaped a poultry factory and is now living the life of Riley. It's been rescued. This person on Reddit is in East Williamsburg and said that a chicken escaped a local poultry factory and is now just enjoying its nice and easy life, living in the bathtub.
For those listeners and that are listening to us and not with a visual podcast, we're looking at a chicken on the side of the street hiding behind some containers. It definitely doesn't look like a normal chicken. It is black, which someone who is more chicken informed than me, like that is not a typical American chicken. And then why is it in the bathroom in pink light?
Have
Don't
you
get me
never
started on
gone
chicken breeds.
to
We'll be here
like
all
a
afternoon.
county
All right,
fair
no,
and
Alith
seen
has
all
it.
the
Come
different
on,
chickens?
come on. What kind of
Also,
chicken
should
is
we
it?
be
Wait.
worried about this person's bathroom? Like, what is the lighting in their bathroom?
That's scary. I don't think we should.
I
It's
put
feel
just
like-
mood lighting.
What?
It's
Okay, so
Chicken
Alith already nailed the first rule of retail, which is that the customer is always lying. I think that the
We're
first
always
rule of
lying,
Reddit,
not
I think the
lying.
first rule of Reddit is the same rule that
Yeah.
the OP is always lying.
always lying. You never go look at their. Let's go look at their history. Okay, their posts are
Yeah.
open.
You probably don't want to do that.
There's
It didn't give me an
no.
NSFW flag, so that's how we know it's okay.
this is
More Reddit coded than me, I guess.
I
You
don't
know,
know.
like I said, it's not cybersecurity related, but it is a chicken story, and the chicken is free.
All right.
I
All right,
mean,
Hayden, what was your
there's
story?
yeah, let's move on, but I think you could spend 15 seconds debunking this. It also appears to be a rooster. Why there would be a rooster? Anyway, let's move on.
So my story, I put it in the Zoom chat. It's just a bleeping computer article. Is the first article I could find on this. And this is half story, half like wild tinfoil hat hypothesis, right? So it started for us about Friday in the Black Hills SOC, is we started getting a ridiculous amount of alerts for customers for all sorts of like terrible things. And so this is like several spanning different customers, and we're like, oh, that's not good. But we quickly figured out this is just their Nessus scanners. Why all of a sudden are they like firing off the hook? Come to find out, there's some Nessus plugin for the exploit POC for Mini Plasma. So that's what the article is on. It's a privilege escalation 0-day. Supposedly, it's just a resurrection of an older vulnerability from 2020. But from what I've gathered, Nessus has started scanning with us as part of their standard scans, as one does. But I found a thread specifically from CrowdStrike, where one of their sort of, I guess, internal people posted a support article about this, saying that evidently Nessus decided to start running this POC code, like exploit code, live on machines to test if it's vulnerable. And so I guess all of our customer fleets started running this code, sending our alerts into a spiral. So we had a few customers that were talking to us and asking, what is going on here? And we're trying to explain this to them. We had one that said their EDR was like driving them nuts, that it triggered, I don't know, I think they said like somewhere around 20,000 alerts from this EDR,
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
these scans.
Ouch.
I think I got a call at like 4 a.m. on Sunday from one of our guys asking like, what are we supposed to do about this? Because it's just
Freaking
Nessus
out,
scanners
man.
and it's just
Yeah, you're
blowing
just sitting
everything up.
there. You're just sitting there watching 20,000 alerts roll in, be like, that should be normal, maybe.
That
Right.
is normal. In a SOC,
And-
that is totally normal. Like everything
Right.
breaking and 50,000 alerts coming in. Like, I don't know how many times
That-
that's happened to me.
It
Like,
shouldn't be normal, but it is. But
It's
this
normal.
time it was like, oh man, it was immensely frustrating. And we held off the rush after a little bit because we have like intelligent risk scoring on our rules. So after a while, they started to recognize that like this is not actually real malicious activity. This is a simulated malicious activity. So it eventually slowed down a bit. But there was a good while there where we're all like what is going on, until we found out like, this very exciting plugin here is causing a lot of problems. So if your EDR is firing up the hook, you might want to look into your Nessus scans.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. How long has it been since there was an exploitable vulnerability like this? Like, since we had EDR? Like, I'm confused. Wouldn't this happen anytime there's a local Privesc or something in Windows? Like, or is it just that
And
this specifically hits on some signature? I don't know.
I still don't know if we know. Like the CrowdStrike article I found on it, it's through like a Reddit thread, and they posted the article on the internal CrowdStrike like support portal. So I don't have access to any of their details.
Send me a
But that
link.
was my
Send me a
first
link.
question. I just did in the Zoom, yeah. But I was like, dude, how is this one the one that's causing it? Because everybody's got Nessus, right? Everybody's running Nessus for something.
And it runs a ton
And so
of
we've
local
never
Privesc
seen
type
this.
things.
Yeah. And we've never seen it this bad. So I don't know exactly what changed or what happened that was different.
It also could
but
be
yeah.
that CrowdStrike beat them to the punch. You know what I mean? Like they developed an alert for this before the scanner plugin was developed.
It also wasn't just CrowdStrike.
It's
It was
'cause
at least
they're actually running
three
exploit
different
POC.
EDRs.
It's not a
Yeah,
scam. They're
and I
actually
think
running
that's
the
what it
code.
was.
That's why.
Right. So we had, I think it was CrowdStrike, Sentinel-1, and Defender, like all were really angry. At least those three were ticked off about that mess. And so those all three were firing off the hook like crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that was interesting. I still am very curious. So Wade, you said it's because they were just running effectively the raw code. They weren't supposed to
That's
test
what it's
it.
saying. Yeah,
It wasn't
someone put
a version
TLDR.
check. Yeah.
The Tenable Nessus decided that actually running an exploit POC of Mini Plasma against its hosts is the best way to test if it's vulnerable. So
And it's like when they started spamming JNDI like log4 shell strings against everything.
like one of the top tunes you do right off the bat though, right, is you say
Is
negate
Nessus.
everything the Nessus user does. So that's like number one. And then it does crazy stuff.
Are you saying we have to tune the EDR? Is that similar to
Right.
changing my router settings?
Right. It's very
away from
similar. You
default?
know, you
'Cause
don't
I'd
just
never do
any,
that.
you deny.
I always end my firewall rules with an allow all just in case someone wants to get to something.
Well, it's just like with EDRs. Like if you have the insert vendor name here, then it's the perfect one and you'll never get hacked. And so we will take bids for which vendor name we actually insert in there in post. So we'll start that bidding. Just go ahead, email. Corey, what's your email again for Black Hills?
It's Hayden at blackhillsinfosec.com.
Oh, damn, you got me.
J Strand, is that what it was? No.
J Strand.
Strand
Yeah,
JS.
John's not cool enough to have a first name email.
No. Well, the J Strand, it's a canary email. People who aren't sure.
It's our marketing
had
email, J Strand.
We had someone send a really nasty email, a vendor that we had contacted to do some work. We didn't respond to them quick enough, so they just found John's email and emailed him directly. So I got into and basically told him like, hey, your team is not responding to this fast enough. Here's everything our product does. So I went and domain blocked that entire company, and John thought that was hilarious. They're just totally like blacklisted now.
Is that a very aggressive EDR company that we all know about?
No, it was a different company. I'll tell you afterwards.
I think I know which one you're talking about. Wait, is it the one that always offers you a Yeti mug? I'm like, dude, I have a Yeti mug. I'm not.
Dude, I got so many Yetis. Like, you got to give me some really good now.
I'm not going to click the fish for a Yeti.
All my Sans
dude,
mugs.
Now if you start fishing me offering a DJX Spark, I'm going to click that shit in a heartbeat. I'm not clicking for a Yeti.
I got an Oculus Quest once.
You actually got it, or you got
yeah, it's behind me. There's a proof point Oculus Quest behind me right now if anybody wants it. It's
kind of
old.
sick.
Wow, you sold your soul for an Oculus Quest. All right, this week in security.
Dude, I'd sold my soul for a Chipotle bowl, man.
I think this was like 20. I think it was like 2020 that I got that. Yeah, like I was stuck inside. Come on, it's a VR headset. Like I was like, you know what? I just got to listen to a sales pitch. Like
in 2020, come on, we were still in full COVID lockdown. Of course,
they had the
Beat
budget
Saber
for
is
it.
fire though.
Beat Saber was
fire,
fire, but I'm going to tell you right now, Star Wars flank games with a headset was amazing, and I thoroughly puked.
Oh, dude!
Like I could not. I was like, I can fly an X-wing, no problem. No,
dude,
no. It was not a half-ass puke. It was a thorough puke.
This poster right here is because I threw a grenade in Half-Life Alyx and
put a hole in your door,
punched the wall.
That game's terrifying in VR.
I needed a bigger room. I didn't have anywhere to play. You know.
Where's his Phasmophobia in VR? I don't know if you've played that game, but it's like a ghost hunting game.
I'm good. I'm good.
It's horrifying. It was not a good experience. I did one round of that in VR. I was like, nope, I'm done. I'm good without this.
I'm not a fan of horror video games, and if it has zombies, I am out. So I can't imagine doing that in VR.
All right, so based on now that it's almost the end of the show, so let's have everyone plug your stuff. Who wants to go first? Okay. Wade, you want to go first? You're on the screen.
Yeah, I'll go first. I'm here. So I am giving a threat intelligence class in 1 month. It's my Threat Intel 101 class. It's now 2 days. It has a lot more. I think there's 13 labs in it now. And we talk about everything about getting into Intel, the roles that you'll have, dark web stuff. Now I have an OSINT class. Surprisingly, the OSINT class was really hard for me to write just because I wasn't sure how to scope it, right? Like if you're doing CTI, you're not going to be really looking at people. But anyways, it's fun. Come check it out. I'll be on Simply Cyber talking about it later this week too.
Sweet.
Nice.
Elise, you got some stuff?
Yep, I have one thing coming up quick this Friday, May 29th, starting at 12 p.m. Eastern, so 9 a.m. Pacific, if I'm doing the math correctly. That workshop is 4 hours. It's on social engineering and creating pressure-proof pretexts for primarily physical engagements, but can go outside of that as well. So that is pay what you can, or $25, and open enrollment ends soon.
Nice.
Awesome.
And then Wade's class is also part of the Threat Hunting Summit, which is going to be June 17th, and then there will be classes that follow it. There's going to be lots of very cool talks, lots of trainings that follow it. A lot of very interesting talks, like how AI agents solve threat hunting's biggest problems. We experiment a lot with how can you augment human-based, threat hunting with AI to scope these things out for you, make them a bit easier, just find sources. The keynote specifically is Jason Haddock's, looks like. So that one will be one to be around for. And then there's a pretty sick panel with a bunch of sort of IR legends. You got our own Patterson and Troy on there as well. So that'll be a pretty awesome one too. Just how to deal
love a good
with
panel.
legal landmines, insurance, and incident response.
Wow. Landmines. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I think that's everything. Any final
Well,
articles?
actually, if
any
you're around on
breaking news?
Thursday,
Oh yeah, Bronwyn, you have a webcast, right?
why do I
Plug
feel
it.
like the redheaded stepchild today? No, yeah, Thursday I'm doing the Paranoid Prompter. It's going to be talking about using AI, specifically targeting use cases and examples for cybersecurity. And we're going to touch on a lot of different things. So, talking about some of the liability issues, going into some practical use cases, and lots of ways to stack your prompts and build a library that will help you go further, farther, faster.
Paranoid Prompter is so good. That's such a fun, I love that. That's amazing.
With alliteration.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right.
That's what
no
I
one
got.
else has anything to plug, right? I don't have
We
anything to plug.
We gotta start plugging your Strava, Corey.
You guys, if you've ever seen a private, Strava that no one else can access unless you're someone I personally know in real life, you should definitely follow me on Strava. All right, that's all I have to plug. Yeah. Have a good week, everyone. Short
Kill it with-
week. See you next Monday. Bye bye.
Kill it with fire, Megan.
So hot in this room.
Wade's dying. Wade held it
Because
together.
of that new camera.